Welcome back. Today we're digging into the Samsung Neo QLED 4K QN80F television. It's got a lot of marketing buzzwords, you know. Mini LED quantum matrix technology.
Right, that's their fancy term for more precise backlighting.
Exactly. And the NQ4 AI Gen 2 processor, 4K AI upscaling, and this super fast refresh rate up to 144 hertz potentially.
Yeah, depending on the specific model size and region, I think.
So our mission today is really to slice through that marketing gloss. What's the real value here for you, the listener?
Well, it's interesting because on paper it looks like a dream, doesn't it? Great for movies, supposedly amazing for gaming.
Especially with those 4 HDMI 2.1 ports and VRR support.
But the independent reviews, they definitely highlight some nuances, some trade-offs that make you think twice about that premium price.
Okay, so let's get right into that. Where does this idea of like perfect cinematic quality start to, well, wobble a bit?
Yeah.
TechRadar, for instance, they flagged the value proposition. They basically said, look, it's a stacked feature list, but can you justify the cost when cheaper rivals get pretty close on performance?
That's a really key point. And it ties into why the performance isn't always top tier, despite the mini LED tech.
Right, you'd expect amazing blacks with the mini LED, wouldn't you? But some tests say they're just okay.
Exactly. That's the core of it. So independent testing, like from ArcGIS, showed that, well, yes, the SDR brightness, for regular TV watching is excellent.
Okay, good for daytime.
Right. But the HDR peak brightness, and crucially the black level performance, they were described as, quote, just okay, not class-leading.
Huh. So not those super deep inky blacks you might want for, say, a dark movie night.
Precisely. It means, compared to something like an OLED, it doesn't quite compete on that front, even with the mini LEDs trying their best.
It's not just subtle picture stuff, is it? There's some more practical issues, too, like motion handling.
Yeah, that was flagged as not the greatest. You might see some noticeable blur in really fast action scenes or watching sports.
Oh, that could be annoying.
It can be. And then there are a couple of physical design points to consider. First, that screen finish.
Ah, the glossy screen issue.
Yep, it's glossy, so unless your room lighting is perfectly controlled, watching dark scenes means you might be staring more at your lamp's reflection.
Okay, potential annoyance number 2. Anything else?
Well, sort of a design quirk with the stand. Apparently, it can make it tricky to place a sound bar snugly underneath the screen.
Really? That seems like an oversight.
It can be inconvenient, yeah. And speaking of things missing...
Let me guess, Dolby Vision.
You got it. No Dolby Vision support. That's a pretty big omission for movie and streaming fans, isn't it?
Definitely. A lot of Netflix and Disney Plus content uses it. TechRadar mentioned that too, right, in their value analysis.
Exactly. It supports HDR10 plus the competing format, but lacking Dolby Vision is a factor when you're paying a premium price.
Okay, so we've covered the caveats.
Yeah.
But hang on, there's one area where this TV apparently really shines.
Yes. Let's talk gaming.
This is where the QN80F seems to justify that Neo QLED name, right?
Absolutely. This thing feels like it was purpose-built for gamers with the latest consoles or high-end PCs.
So what makes it so good?
Okay, first off, input lag. We're talking incredibly low, around 9.9 milliseconds in game mode. That's super responsive.
Wow, okay. That's fast.
Very fast. Then you've got the full support for 4K resolution at either 120 or even 144 hertz, like you mentioned.
Crucial for smooth gameplay.
And critically, it has the full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on all 4 ports, plus proper variable refresh rate support. FreeSync Premium is in there too.
So basically no screen tearing, super smooth, super responsive.
That's the promise, and based on the specs and tests, it delivers really well on the gaming front.
Okay, so pulling this all together then, what's the final verdict for someone thinking about buying this?
Wow.
It sounds like recommended, but...
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Recommended with caveats.
That sums it up pretty well, I think. It's a really strong TV.
If you're already in the Samsung ecosystem, maybe.
Okay.
And if top-tier gaming is a high priority for you.
Exactly. And if you're willing to accept that the HDR performance for movies and shows, while good, isn't absolutely the best you can get for the money.
So when should you definitely look elsewhere?
If your absolute top priority is that stunning cinematic HDR picture quality with the deepest possible blacks, well, you should probably be looking at OLED competitors.
Right. Or if you just want the absolute best bang for your buck, maybe some other LED or QLED models offer better overall picture quality for less.
Potentially, yes. You'd need to compare specific models, but if gaming isn't your #1 focus, or if Dolby Vision is a must-have, then yeah, definitely shop around.
Okay. So it delivers premium gaming features that low lag, high refresh rate for a premium price. But the cinema experience is more mid-range, perhaps.
That feels like a fair assessment, yeah. Excellent for gaming, pretty good for everything else.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. With the QN80F, are you really paying that premium for those few milliseconds of gaming advantage, or were you expecting all-around visual perfection at that price point? Something to consider.